She said, "If you can't handle me traveling with my ex for work trips, then maybe we're not compatible." I smiled. Fair enough. The next week, I accepted the promotion in Dubai, the one I'd been turning down for her. My name's Marcus. I'm 29, and I work in international finance. 3 weeks ago, I thought I had everything lined up: great girlfriend, strong career in New York, a plan for the future. Now, I'm sitting in a hotel suite in Dubai, single and honestly, more at peace than I've ever been. Let me rewind. Emma and I had been together for 2 years. We met at a rooftop party in Brooklyn. Instant chemistry. She was in tech marketing, driven, charming, beautiful. The full picture, or so I thought. 6 months ago, she got promoted to senior account manager. Amazing, right? Except her new job meant constant travel with her ex, Tyler. They'd dated 3 years before me, broke up only months before we met, and somehow ended up at the same company. She swore it was ancient history. I believed her. At first, things were fine: texts, FaceTimes, goodnight calls. But the trips got longer. 4 days became a week. A week became 10. And the calls? Fewer every time. 3 weeks ago, she came back from a conference in Austin. Tyler was there, of course. We sat down for dinner at our favorite spot in the West Village. I wanted to tell her about the Dubai offer, but she kept brushing it off, saying she was exhausted. Finally, I said, "I need to talk about something important, the Dubai position." She cut me off. "Marcus, I already told you I can't move. My career's finally taking off here." "I know," I said, "that's why I've been turning it down for months. But it's a 40% raise, VP title." She jumped in, voice sharp. "I need a partner who supports my ambitions, too. Not everything is about money." I put my fork down. "That's not fair, Emma. I've supported your career since day one. I'm just asking if we can have a real conversation." She laughed, a cold one. "Very feminist of you." Something in me shifted. "Maybe we can find a middle ground, transfer, long distance." She shook her head. "I never promised to move for anyone. I said I'd think carefully, and I am." Then she leaned forward. "You know what? I have another trip next month, 2 weeks in Seattle. Tyler will be there, too. And before you say anything." "I wasn't going to," I said. "Good," she replied. "Because if you can't handle me traveling with my ex for work, maybe we're not compatible. These trips are non-negotiable. I need a partner who trusts me." The noise in the restaurant faded. I just looked at her, and everything clicked. Not anger. Not jealousy. Just clarity. She wasn't choosing partnership. She was choosing convenience, control, and a narrative that made her the victim. I smiled, not fake, not bitter, just free. "Fair enough." She blinked, waiting for a fight. "That's it. Yeah. You're right. If we're not compatible, we're not compatible. Thanks for being honest." Dinner ended awkwardly. She tried to backtrack, but I just nodded, paid the bill, and walked her home. Next morning, I called my boss at 7 a.m. "Richard," I said. "It's Marcus. About the Dubai position I'm in. When do you need me there?" I asked. He actually laughed. "I need you to be sure about this. You've turned it down 3 times. Now, are you sure? Let's make it happen. Welcome to the VP Club. We'll need you there in 2 weeks for the transition." The next week was a blur: work visa, apartment search, organizing movers, notifying my landlord. Emma noticed I was busy but assumed it was normal work stress. I didn't correct her. We still had dinner a few times, still texted, but I'd mentally checked out. I wasn't angry, just done. 10 days after our Italian dinner conversation, she came over. I was packing when she walked in. "What's all this?" she asked, looking at the boxes and suitcases. "I'm moving." "Moving? Where?" "Dubai. I accepted the VP position. I leave in 4 days." Her face went through 5 different expressions in 3 seconds. "You what?" "Marcus, we need to talk about this." "We did talk," I said. "You said if I couldn't handle your career choices, we weren't compatible. So I made my own choice. I didn't mean you should just leave. I taped up another box. Emma, you've been clear about your priorities. Travel, career trajectory, non-negotiables. That's fine. But my career is non-negotiable too. So what? You're breaking up with me? Just like that. You broke up with us when you said your ex was more important than compromise. I never said that. You did. You said trips with him were non-negotiable, and if I couldn't handle it, we weren't compatible. Well, I can't handle it. And apparently, we're not compatible. She started crying. For about 30 seconds, I felt something, then she said something that crystallized everything. Marcus, please. I love you. I need you. We can figure this out. Did you sleep with him? Silence. Long, horrible silence. One time. In Austin. We were drunk. It meant nothing. I felt terrible. I held up my hand. Stop. Just stop. Marcus, get out. Please, let me explain. Emma, get out of my apartment. She left sobbing. I went back to packing. Update 1. The next 3 days were chaos. Emma called 47 times. I counted. I didn't answer. She sent essays about how sorry she was, quitting her job, moving to Dubai with me. I didn't respond. Friends thought I was being cold. My sister said I should at least hear her out. But I'd been ignoring my gut for months. All those late-night texts that didn't come through. All the times she snapped at me for asking about trips. All the moments she made me feel crazy for normal concerns. I wasn't cold, I was smart. She somehow found my flight details, probably from my Instagram story. She called the morning of my flight. Marcus, please. I'm at JFK. I know you're flying today. Just talk for 5 minutes. I was already in the Emirates lounge, sipping a whiskey that cost more than our Italian dinner. Emma, there's nothing to talk about. There's everything to talk about. I love you. I made a mistake. I want to fix it. You made a choice. You chose him over me, over us, over compromise. I'm grateful because now I get to make my choice. What does that mean? I sipped whiskey, watching planes on the tarmac. It means I'm boarding business class to start my new life. You're not part of it. Take care of yourself. I hung up, blocked her on everything, and posted a photo of my boarding pass and the Emirates A380 outside, captioned, New chapter, VP life in Dubai. Sometimes the best revenge is living well. Update 2. 2 weeks in. Job is incredible, challenging, high stakes, exactly what I needed. Apartment overlooks the marina. Company car. Brilliant colleagues. I feel energized. Emma reached out through mutual friends. Sarah called. Marcus, I know you don't want to hear this, but Emma's a wreck. Quit her job, barely leaving her apartment. Sarah, I appreciate it, but I'm not responsible for her choices anymore. She made a mistake. She made a choice. She chose to sleep with her ex, hide it, then try to manipulate you. That's not a mistake, it's character. We chatted about normal things. I learned Tyler and Emma aren't together. Austin was nothing. She blew up a 2-year relationship for a drunken hookup. I should feel vindicated, but mostly I feel sad. Final update. 3 weeks in. A few casual dates. Dubai has a lively expat scene. I'm not rushing, just rediscovering there are other people. Boss pulled me aside, I'm exceeding expectations. Rumors of leading the Middle East division in 18 months. That would have been impossible in New York, stuck in a holding pattern, turning down opportunities for someone unwilling to compromise. I think of Emma sometimes, late at night. Not longing, more like remembering a book I used to like, then realizing it wasn't that great. Her last Instagram message before I blocked her. I hope Dubai gives you everything you wanted. I hope it was worth it. It already has, not because of the job or city, but because you finally chose yourself. You stopped making yourself smaller for someone unwilling to compromise. You stopped ignoring red flags. You stopped letting someone make you feel crazy for having standards. Would I have preferred she didn't cheat? Yes. Would I have preferred an honest career conversation? Absolutely. But she showed me who she was, and I finally believed her.